Just recently, I hit my 10-year anniversary of being involved in the fitness industry in terms of coaching and training. We also just hit our 6-year anniversary when it comes to running a training facility. And I want to share with you the top 6 lessons that I've learned in that time, because it's been extremely educational experience to go through all of this. And number 1 is going to be the idea of giving more and being a go-giver. And this is something that took me a while to get a grasp on. You know, in the beginning of starting a business, you're just really focused on survival. You're just trying to do anything you can do to get by, and sometimes you lose sight of the bigger picture of why you decided to get into this world in the first place, which is to serve. Ultimately, I serve people, you serve people, you coach clients. I serve the clients in my training facility. I also serve people that I coach and mentor in business. And starting out, it's very easy to lose sight of that because your head's kind of in the weeds. You're just busy working. And it really wasn't until one of my first mentors, Luca Hocevar, showed me The Go-Giver. And I read the book, The Go-Giver. And I highly recommend that you go get that right now. This is what it looks like right here. Pops up. Go get The Go-Giver right now. It's one of the most impactful books, not just for business, but in my whole life. And it's all about the universal language and the universal currency of giving. And I can tell you 100% with confidence, and I'm living proof that over the years, the more that you give, the more that we've given, the more I've given, not just in business, but personally, the faster you'll grow. So it's one of the laws in the Go-Giver book is that, you know, your value is determined by the amount of value you give in terms of how much value you can receive. And I truly believe that is 100% true. The more value you put out in the world, the more likely it is to come back and find you. I don't know if it's cosmic rays or if it's religious or spiritual, who knows, but it works. So give more value, give more to your people, your clients, your team members, your family. Just give, and I promise it will come back for you. Which leads me into number 2. Another important point is to invest in yourself. The biggest, best, greatest, most amazing investment you can ever make is in you. Ultimately, in business, you are the one who determines where the business goes. Your business is only going to grow to the level of leadership that you have. And in order to become a better leader, in order to grow your business, you need to invest in yourself. You need to develop yourself. So investing in yourself, one of the biggest lessons I was thankful to learn early on. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit of an egomaniac in the beginning, thought I knew it all, that I didn't need to get any help. And it really wasn't until I found myself sleeping on the floor in the office with my girlfriend, not knowing what to do with our business, coaching one person at a time in a session that was supposed to hold 25. And we had nowhere to turn. Luckily, I made the leap, and even though I couldn't afford it at the time, decided to invest in a coach, just decided to invest in mentorship. And I'll never forget that call where it said, hey, just want to know yes or no. Nothing else matters. And I had to just give the answer, and I said yes. And decided to make a payment that I didn't even have. And literally the rest is history, because 6 months later our business had doubled, and that trajectory has gone onward and upward from there. And every single year, every single time I invest in myself more, the business grows, I grow personally, become more fulfilled. So invest in yourself. Number 3, and I actually just mentioned this, is the importance of leadership. And your business is only going to grow to the level of leadership that you have, so whoever's running it. So if you're stuck, if you're not growing, if you're not moving forward, it's because you're not leading it in the right direction. And again, I can tell you from experience, I wasn't always a good leader. Like Andy Frisella says, leadership is just like a muscle that needs to be exercised. It's a skill. It needs to be practiced. And the only way that you can get better at it is to continue to invest in yourself, to evolve, and ultimately to fail. Failed so many times with leadership, and it's just bound to happen, name of the game. And if you want to continue to grow your business, want to grow as a person, then you're going to have to level up as a leader. So leadership is not being a CEO either. That's not what it means. It's not a title. Leadership is leading from the front, but also going around and pushing from the back. It's being a leader for your team. It's being a leader for the people that you serve. It's putting yourself on the line in times of crisis. In a time of crisis especially, leaders are people that absorb fear and they exude hope. They're not people that create fear. They're not afraid to stand out on the front lines and take a bullet for someone else. So if you want to be that leader, like those are the things you need to do. You need to step up or you need to step out. And most importantly, leadership is having humility. It's being able to recognize when you're not doing your best and owning it, and then going back and getting better and improving. It's following through on what you said no matter what, no excuses. But you have to be willing to take a look in the mirror and know when you need improvement, which goes back to the last tip, which is invest in yourself. Number 4 is say no. Say no. It's very easy to want to serve people and always say yes and do things, and you want to help people, and I know that's what a go-giver is being all about, but you have to say no to things that aren't going to serve the ultimate mission. You have to say no, and you have to do less. That's the only way to make something great and to make something exceptional, is to go all in on that one thing, singularity of focus. If you're trying to do everything every which way, the saying is, you can be something to someone or you can be everything to no one. So if you're trying to do everything, you're trying to do this type of training, that type of coaching, you're going to help this person do that, this venture, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to just spin your wheels. So cut out the stuff that's not part of your vision and just go all in, laser focused on one thing. Number 5, systems scale a business. So if you do not have systems, there's no way your business is going to grow. If you are running everything yourself, every single day, day in and day out, to make sure that things get done, I got news for you. It's not going to scale the way you want it to. You're going to become the bottleneck. So systems are what scale your business. More importantly, repeatable systems that you do not have to do yourself, that your team members can do, that you can train people to do, that's what's going to scale your business long term. So take the time in the beginning to build out the foundation. One of my friends, Vince Del Monte, likes to say that sometimes you need to move slow in order to move fast, which might make no sense when you hear it, but trust me, it does. You have to take the time, build out the right systems. Once you build out the right systems, then you will actually speed up. And my last one, number 6, is the world is built on connections. And I know it's cliche that your network is your net worth, or any of those sayings, but it's true. And the more connections that you build, the more opportunities that you have, the more rooms that you're going to get inside of. And chances are, if you're in a room right now and you are the smartest person in the room, the best thing you can do is get out of it. Go find a different room where you're not the smartest person, where you're building connections with people that are going to push you. And that goes back to number 1, being a go-giver and providing value to people's lives, providing value to people's world. That's how you can continue to build connections. It's how things get done. So many of the opportunities that both of my businesses had literally comes just straight from connections. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You can think of all those sayings, and they are true. Like, you need to have connections in your life. You need to invest in people, especially when it comes to business, because businesses are built on the shoulders of great people. They're not built on the shoulders of one. So make great connections, continue to invest in yourself, be a go-giver. Those are some of the key takeaways over the last decade in the fitness world, last 6 years running a business and being a CEO or whatever you want to call it. And if you can take those lessons and avoid the mistakes I made, chances are you're going to be able to skyrocket even faster. So I hope that helped. If you had any questions about that experience that I've had over the last decade, any insights that you'd like to hear more about, drop me a comment below. Always happy to talk, and see you soon.